Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to my subscriber lesson. It's Saturday night here in the UK, and our local time is 7:59 p.m. Once again, here in my subscribers lesson, and it's called English Practice. Dear viewers, you might be aware that from the Hello and from all of my lessons, you can get 2 free lessons. It's very easy to get the lessons. What you have to do is you have to visit my profile and click on the free trial lesson, and you'll get 2 lessons freely. You don't have to pay any money at all, and that's really an amazing chance for you to get to know about the teacher and the classes. Okay, hi, thank you very much, Sriman, for your subscription. So it will be, I think, an amazing idea if you just subscribe to my lessons freely on a trial basis, which will help you develop, understand, and heighten your English skill. It is really a crucial factor and amazing matter for you to know the techniques and the strategies how we can be a good speaker. Bear in mind that our main target is here on this app to develop ourselves. Learn something today which will be helpful for your rest of your life. It could be academic writing, it could be speaking, or maybe it could be listening. Okay, so dear viewers, once again, thank you very much for joining. Sriman, I have invited you. Hello, Huda. I believe that you can hear me. Hello, Fazal. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining. We're going to learn something today. And remember that by speaking or by interacting or by talking to someone else is the only way you can develop your fluency. When we start speaking English, everyone always asks, teacher, how can I be fluent? How can I know good grammar? Remember, guys, it is just a matter of practice. Remember that if you can speak in your mother tongue, definitely you can speak in English. It's only a matter of time. But disclaimer, here is one biggest challenging requirement you must have. You must have minimum schooling education when you're learning English, because you need to know how to read, okay? You need to know how to write, and you need to know how to answer of the question. If you don't know, then it will be difficult for you to develop. I have to say, I'm sorry. It happened to my case, guys. 2 students from, I don't want to mention from where they are, they subscribed to my lessons. And after the initial assessment, I just had to inform them, sorry, I can't teach you because I don't think that you have got the minimum requirement for reading or writing or speaking. And they also understood, and they eventually, left this app, left my lessons. Hello, Bilal, welcome. Hello, Fazal, welcome. Hey, teacher Seven Zile, I'm glad to see you. Once again, guys, it's our English practice class. It's 8:03 p.m. in the UK. Let's move on what we're going to learn today. So we're going to do exercise 3 today, routines and frequency. So what do you understand by the word routine and frequency? Before we go and attempt to answer any of this question, I must explain what does this word mean, routine.
Routine.
It's routine, actually, rather than routine. Routine.
Routine.
Routine. Okay, so routine means when we do something on a fixed timely, or something we do repeatedly. Okay, it could be every day, it could be every hour, it could be every morning or every month. Okay, so it's generally, routine means a usual or fixed way of doing things. So it is my routine work that I learn a lot of things from books or movies or by reading articles. And we need to have sometimes routine check of your grammar. Okay, so these are some examples. And frequency means when we are doing and how many times we are doing something. So as you can see, routines and frequency complete the dialogue by putting the verbs in brackets into the correct form. See the example. Example. Example or example? Let's see. Sometimes I'm also not sure. I need to check as well.
Example.
Example. So see the example.
Example.
This E sounds like I. So it is example, not it's example.
Example.
Similarly, excited, examining. Interesting. So if you find E and X together, it is always sounds like I rather than E. That's E.
Example.
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 So welcome everyone once again. All right. So Brian, I need to speak to Gina about this new publicity brochure. Do you know where she is? That's a typical question. Publicity. So where we are stressing on the publicity, publicity. It's a four, there are four stress. So there is a rule, if it is more than two, syllable, then we have to stress on the third one, on the third syllable.
Publicity.
See, publicity. So I'm stressing on C, publicity,
Publicity.
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 So that is American, obviously. I'm comparing both of them.
Publicity.
Publicity. So I need to speak to Jean about this new publicity brochure. Brochure seems to be a French word. Let me find out. In English language, there are thousands of foreign words. And because of their foreign, so it should be pronounced in a different way. Brochure.
Brochure.
You say it's brochure.
Brochure.
So I was wrong. It's not brochure, it's brochure.
Brochure.
It's a French word, guys. So brochure means leaflet, pamphlet, booklet. So guys, brochure is a French word. And it has been taken from them in 17th century. So brochure rather than brochure.
Brochure.
Brochure. So I need to speak to Gina about the new publicity brochure. Do you know where she is? See, we're stressing, do you know where she is? Another important thing is, guy, please bear in mind that in every English word or every sentence, there is one stressed part. So stressed parts are those parts which we call, uh, you know, content English or content words, and the other unstressed or weaker parts are called functional English or functional words. And this is how all the English sentences are formed. Content words, functional words, stressed parts and unstressed parts. And we have to sometimes understand that how you can pronounce it correctly. Though is the part of phonetics and part of learning, But phonetics is the hardest part of English learning, because still I'm learning all the phonetics. Because I was not born here, as you might be aware that I'm just not born in the UK, but I had to learn all these different problems by studying, or from a teacher, or from a source, which helped me a lot. Okay, so I need to speak to Gina. Look here, the stress part is Gina, about this new publicity brochure. Do you know that the stress part where she is? You see, this sentence has another amazing part. Do you know? Do you know? Actually, if you're saying in natural pronouncing that, do you becomes do you. Do you know where she is? Okay, so you can see, do you know is an interrogative part, and where she is an assertive sentence. The grammar rule is generally we can't use two questions in the same sentence. So, do you know where she is the correct way to ask the question, rather than do you know where is she? Okay, but if you want to say in simple interrogative, where is she, or where is Gina, you can say. So, all right, so Diana, the second participant, she dash not work on Fridays. She gave her full-time job, and now she dash work part-time. Okay, she's not working on Fridays, or she doesn't, you can say. She doesn't work on Fridays. She gave up her full-time job, and now she's a part-time worker. That is the amazing part, guys. Remember that when you see some words in a sentence, that is the hint word, and the hint word always explains how you can complete the sentence correctly. Now it's the matter of grammar, guys. If you don't know how to use it correctly, it's better to learn grammar from a teacher, qualified, competent teacher who can help you explaining all the grammar rules. I'm thirsty, guys. I need hydration. Okay, let's move on. Then Brian says, right. So when then does she come to the office? So when does she come to the office? Diana, well, she dash come in from Monday to Thursday, but she does not stay all day. She usually does start 9 and dash go home at about 2:15, right? Well, she comes to the office from Monday to Thursday, but she doesn't stay all day. She usually starts at 9 and goes home at about 2:15. Once again, guys, if you're watching for the first time, you may have the opportunity to grab the 2 free lessons, because I'm offering 2 free lessons from every class. It's very easy to get the chances. Visit my profile and click on the free trial, and definitely you'll be able to grab this free opportunity. Okay, guys, I'll be back in a moment. Hang on a second. Okay guys, I'm back. So we are completing these sentences. So this sentence, she doesn't work on Fridays. She gave up her full-time job and now she's a part-time worker. Brian, right. When does she come to the office? Diana, well, uh, in she comes every day from Monday to Thursday, but she doesn't stay all day. She usually starts at 9 a.m. and goes home at about 2:15. Scientific facts. Hydrogen is the simplest and most common element in the universe and has very high energy content per gram. So we're reading a fact about hydrogen, guys. I'm sure you know that what is hydrogen. The, the water that we drink is a composition of two parts of hydrogen, one part of oxygen. And I'm sure you know that chemical formula, H2O, that is water, and two parts of hydrogen and oxygen. So the chemical symbol of water. Okay, so we're reading a science fact at the moment, guys. So keep reading with me. Hydrogen is the simplest and most common element in the universe and has very high energy content per gram. As it is so lightweight, rockets and space and shuttles dash hydrogen as a power source. Hydrogen rarely dash alone and as a gas because it is chemically active and usually dash with other elements to form different compounds. So we have to use the proper and correct word in the blanks. So as it is so lightweight, rockets and space shuttles use hydrogen as a power source. So we have used, this is 1, so this is 2. Hydrogen rarely stands alone as a gas because it is chemically active and usually combines with other elements to form different compounds. So it is 3, and that's 4. Okay, now let me move a little bit more. When an electric current dashes through water, so it should be passes through water. Number 5, the water dash up into two gases, hydrogen and oxygen. So it is splits through water. The water splits up into gases, hydrogen and oxygen. When hydrogen, number 7, dash it back into water, when it is burnt, so that's 7. Number 8, it turns back into water. I don't know if you can see the screen or not, guys. If you're still there, if you can make a comment, please do let me know in the comment section. Okay, so number 9, we're going to the third column of this scientific fact. The process, number 9, dash pollution. Okay, you can say believe, mean, not, cause, take. It should be doesn't cause, number 9. The process doesn't cause pollution, and this dash that hydrogen could be useful fuel for the cars of the future. So this means that if you check means is number 10, that hydrogen could be useful fuel. So it is fuel, a cruel fuel.
fuel,
So it is not fuel, it is fuel.
fuel,
See, English language is a crazy language. It shouldn't be pronounced the way it is written. It is fuel, fuel, fuel. Once again,
fuel,
fuel. British IPA, American IPA,
fuel,
same. I don't see any difference at all. Fuel and fuel. Okay, so it's fuel. The process does not cause pollution, and this means that hydrogen could be a useful fuel for the cars of the future. At the moment, it dash a lot of electricity. It takes a lot of electricity to produce hydrogen from water, but some researchers believe that new production methods will be found. So number 11 should is a take, and believe is 12. So exercise 5, programs and timetables. Hello Vivek, welcome. Thanks for joining. Hello Carol, thanks for joining. Guys, if you're watching for the first time, Vivek, Carol, there must be an opportunity waiting for you. If you visit my profile, I'm offering 2 free lessons from every class. You visit my profile and grab the opportunity, and you don't have to pay any money at all. And after 2 lessons, if you think that my lessons are helpful and supportive, then you might consider to subscribing to my lessons with money, which is $16 for the whole month. Okay, so complete the dialogue by putting the verbs in brackets into the correct form. See the example. Laura, have you got the details of the EasyJet flight? What time does it arrive at Nice? Okay, Vivek said, I'll do. Thank you very much, Vivek. Okay, Nice is the city of Italy. Okay. So as you can see, have you got the details of the EasyJet flights? Okay, now remember get is a, what should I say guys? Is it regular verb or irregular verb? Get, got. So it is an irregular verb. And it can be also in past participle form. Sometimes in American grammar they said gotten, but in England we use both them, get, got, or gotten. So it is an irregular verb. If you remember, irregular verbs are those which change in the past form and the past participle. So get is the main verb, got is the past form, and got is past participle form in British English and American English, gotten. Okay, so I was asking the question to Claire. Have you got the details of the EasyJet flight? What time does it arrive at nice? Claire is answering it. Then you have to use get in at 10:05. Now there is also later on that dash go from Luton at 1900 hours, but it dash not get it until 22:05. Okay, it gets in at 10:05. Now there is also later on that goes from Luton at 1900 hours, but it arrives, it gets in not until in 20:05 hours. So remember that, guys, they have used 24 hours clock. So in many places around the world, they always use 24 hours clocks, like airport, army, navy, police, or any other security forces where they think that there might be a confusion about the timing, like international bus terminal, international ship. As I said, all of the security forces around the world, they always use 24 hours clock, so that the time is unique, and they don't say any AM and PM. Remember that. If you're using a 24 hours clock, we have to use 100 hours, like 10:05 100 hours, 1900 hours. But the amazing part is that when it is 12 midnight, they say it is 0 hours. It becomes 00, okay? 000 100 hours, 4 zeros. Hello, John, welcome. So it is 0, then 100. So you can see 1 0 and 3, 1 0, then 100 is 100. Okay, Laura says that's a bit late. Did you check Eurostar? Claire, yes, there is a train that leaves Waterloo at 8:27 and that reaches Lille at 11:29. Then you have to change trains, but there is no problem because Nice train doesn't leave until 12:17. So you have 45 minutes. Then it stops at a few stations on the way and arrives at Nice at 20 106 hours, which is 8:06 at night. Hello, Imo. It says 12:26. Is it AM or PM, Imo? Remember, when you're writing, please write it AM or PM so that I understand about your time zone. All right. John says, I use this app for the first time and I don't know about this app. Okay, John, this is an English learning app. And we are here to develop our English, develop our fluency, our grammar, our speaking, our reading. We have got teachers panels, we have got students panels. You'll see when you visit a teacher's live stream, you'll see it says teachers on the live stream. Because you guys are newbie with a crowd, you can straight join their lessons. That is the advantage. And you can watch their live streams freely. But if you want to join, then you have to subscribe to the teacher. So there are now opportunities to get 2 free lessons from every teacher. That's very easy. Visit the teacher's profile you like, choose the time and lesson, and subscribe it. You don't have to pay any money at all. And after that, if you think that the teacher's live stream is really helpful for you, possibly you might consider the teacher's subscription for a month with $16. Imo says AM. Okay. I remember, if you write AM, it should be capital A and capital M. All right. Vivek says, I want to join this class. What's the timing of your class? I'm a new Okay, I'm a new user rather than joiner. Okay, Vivek, for every class there are 2 lessons every week. It doesn't happen every day. Okay, so twice a week. So that is 8 classes, 4 weeks in a month. You can check by visiting a teacher's profile, but generally this one is every Saturday and Friday and Saturday night, 8 p.m. UK time. So it should be maybe midnight for you if you are from India. Looks like you're from India. Okay, so in India the local time is, you guys are 4.5 hours ahead of me, so it should be 12:30 midnight. But there are many lessons also in the morning. If you check my profile, it starts 6:30 my time in Saturday and Sunday, then 8 o'clock another one. All right, and also on Monday morning 6:30, Tuesday morning 6:30, Wednesday morning 6:30, Thursday morning 6:30, Friday morning 6:30. These are UK time. So in your country it will be 11 o'clock. No problem, John. My duty is to help and support anyone. So don't worry. If you've got any more questions, guys, I'll be happy to answer you. John or Vivek or Ima or anyone. And also we're reading this grammar passage. We're trying to practice English, trying to develop our fluency, trying to pronounce the word correctly. We learn a lot of things, guys. We learn many things. I'm a bit thirsty, guys. Let me drink some water. Okay, let's move on to the next part of this exercise. So it gets in here. So what does get in mean, guys? Arrive. It's a phrasal verb. Arrive at a destination. Get in. In British English, a political party be elected. The Liberals will get in with a majority. You see, get in is a phrasal verb, guys. It means arrive at a destination. Sometimes we say, hey, get into the car. Get into the car. The train got in late. Okay, so get in is a phrasal verb once again. So get in means arrive at a destination. So this in a conversation took place in the UK because Luton is an airport in UK. All right, and there is Eurostar train from the central London. If you remember, from the central London, there are 3 trains go to the European destinations. One of them goes to France, Paris, Disneyland. Another one goes to Belgium. Another one goes to Netherlands. And it takes about I think 2 hours by train, and their speed is quite high. And the speed is around 400 miles per hour, which is amazing. That's the reason they can arrive in the European destination within 2 hours time. And I'm sure you know this train station. If you have watched the movie called Harry Potter, the train station's name is King's Cross. Okay, production. Choose a job title from box A and a verb from box B. Describe what people with these jobs do making any necessary changes to the verb. See the example. Okay, that's really cool exercise, guys. So personnel officers, an architect, a journalist, venture capitalist, management consultants, stockbroker, auditors, invest, design, write, check, advise, arrange, buy and sell. So we have to choose a job role and we have to match the corresponding verb. And yet steward looks after passengers on a plane. So stocks and shares. Ismail says, follow me back, I follow you. I don't want to follow you, unfortunately, Ismail. Okay, that's the answer of your question. So number 2, it says stocks and shares. So whose job is to look after stocks and shares? Stockbroker, obviously. Stockbroker always looks after stocks and shares. So the number 2 would be stockbroker. So that is number 2. Stockbroker. Okay. Stockbroker. ST. Oops. Okay. Hello, Prasant. Welcome. I've invited you, Prasant. Are you still there? Nagma, please stop calling me. I'm at my class. If you want to call me after half an hour. Okay? Do not disturb during the classes. That's why I'm declining your call. Okay, number 3 dash houses. Personal officers, architect, journalist, venture capitalist, management consultants. We have already used stockbrokers and air steward. So who looks after your houses? An architect. So remember, an architect looks after your houses.
Architect.
So architect is the British pronunciation, and Americans say it
Architect.
architect. Architect, no R sound.
Architect.
Remember that this is one of the distinguished letter R sound. Letter R and letter T is the most distinguishable sound. Letter R and letter T are the most two distinguishable sounds between the British English and American English. And if you want to sound like British English speaker, you must understand how you can pronounce these two words, two letters correctly, effectively, and concisely. So it is architect rather than architect, architect. So number 3 is architect. So this is number 3. Number 4, in small high risk companies. So, number 4, who looks after in small high risk companies? Okay, let's do from the number 8. You see, interviews, auditors, management consultants, personal officers. Okay, management consultants look for or look after companies on how they should be run. This sentence seems to be incorrect. How they should run, not they be run. How they should run, it should be. There shouldn't be any be. Or how they should be running. Either running, if you use be. Okay, so number 7, journalist looks after. So that is 7, journalist. Number 8, interviews, auditors, journalist. Okay, we have to use the verb. Oh, I forgot to use that. So stockbroker advises, invest. No, I'm sorry guys, I made mistake. I have to use the corresponding verb as well. The stockbrokers invest, it should be stocks and shares. Number 3, an architect designs. So this should be designs. Houses. Number 4, personal officers. Stockbrokers buys and sells. I'm sorry, it should be buys and sells. Personal officers invest. No. Management consultants. No. Venture capitalist. Yes, invest. Venture capitalist invest. Small high risk companies. Management consultants arranges, checks companies how they should run. Yes, that's right. Auditors writes articles, newspaper. So journalist arranges interviews. All done. Cool. Okay, next one. Task 3. Answer the following questions about your daily routine. Routine or routine. Routine. Routine or routine, guys? Which one is correct? Do you remember?
Routine.
Routine. Remember, it's a noun. Routine.
Routine.
It can be used an adjective as well. Noun and adjective. Can you use it verb? Let me see. Routinely, adverb. Routine, noun and adjective. The test is the part of routine 6-month checkup. She routinely works out at the gym. Hey, what's your daily routine of your classes? Okay, how do you get to work in the morning? That's amazing questions. I have to ask my other students from different lessons. Number 2, how long does it take to get to work? What sort of things do you do in the mornings? You see, it's plural. It means every morning. What do you do for lunch? What do you do in the afternoons? What time do you usually finish? What time do you do at the weekends? Sorry, what do you do at the weekends? Present continuous. Ooh, that's cool. Presentation. Form. Present continuous is sometimes called present progressive tense because when something is happening, where it is continuing or something in progression. Generally, in present continuous after the subject, use am, is, are, and the verb ing. And that is the amazing part of the present continuous. Sorry guys, I'm a bit thirsty. So look at those examples. Like I'm working. Remember, W-R-K, R is silent in British English. Okay, so it is, Americans will say it work, but British will never say work. They'll say work.
Work.
I'm working. Remember, it would be confusing for the Americans to understand. If somebody says, hey, I'm working, they might understand the walking by legs, but it is working for the British people. So I'm working. I'm not working. Then interrogative. Am I working? You are working. You're not working. Are you working? He's in working. He's not working. Is he working? We are working. We're not working, or we aren't when you contract it. Are we working? They are working. They aren't working. Are they working? Remember guys, let me show you this sound work. Remember, it may be confusing with the word work, okay? Work in British English, in British English we say it walk. Americans say first one is work and second one is work. So let me show you how it influences the sound, which is very important for you to know. Look at this guys, okay? Listen to the sound. Work.
Work.
I'm increasing the volume so that you can listen carefully. Work.
Work.
British English. American English.
Work.
British English.
Work.
American English.
Work.
Work. Now for the word W-A-L-K. Look at the amazing part. In British English, how do you pronounce it? We pronounce walk.
Walk.
American English, work.
Walk.
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 Walk and walk.
Walk.
Walk. British English.
Walk.
American English. So guys, you got to be very careful when you're pronouncing these words correctly. If you follow the British English, W-A-L-K is walk, whereas in American English, walk. And in British English, W-O-R-K is work. In American English, work. You've got to be very careful about pronouncing these two words. Otherwise, it might be confusing for many listeners. Okay, let's move on, guys. So the next one is present continuous tense. Moment of speaking. The present continuous is used to talk about an activity taking place at the moment of speaking, which means that when you've been asked to describe, then generally you always explain in the present continuous form. I'm afraid our chauffeur isn't available at the moment. He's talking to a customer on the other phone. Look at this amazing example. Somebody's looking for chauffeur on the phone. Like, hey, may I talk to house chauffeur? The answer is, I'm afraid house chauffeur isn't available at the moment. He's talking to someone else over the phone. You see, it is a very usual way of expressing yourself that when something's happening on the moment of speaking, we use present continuous. It happens in our hospitals as well. If you remember, I work in the hospitals, outpatient, inpatient both. And very often we get phone calls from different doctors or nurses within the hospital or outside of the hospital as well. And they said, hey, may I talk to the pharmacist, please? And somebody receives the call and said, I'm sorry, the pharmacist is not available at the moment. He's talking to a patient. Is it okay to hold in a few moments, please? Or if you can get a number, he's going to call you back. Look, we're also using present continuous again to mean in the future, he's going to call you back. Current projects, we use present continuous. And current projects, the present continuous is used to talk about actions or activities and current projects that are taking place over a period of time, even if they're not taking place precisely at the moment of speaking. So the example, Barton's is one of the largest local construction companies. At the moment, we are building a new estate with 200 houses, and we are negotiating with the council for the sale of development land and Boxley Wood. And very often I see this advertisement, we are hiring, join us. So there are many websites, it says clearly, we are hiring. It is current projects. It is not a moment of speaking, like we are recruiting, we are hiring. We are recruiting. Okay, these are current projects. Then temporary situation. So what does it mean? The present continuous is used to indicate that an action or activity is temporary rather than permanent. Compare, Janet organizes a conference and book launches. The present simple is used because this is generally true. It's away on maternity leave, and so I'm organizing the conferences and lunches. All right, so you can see it's temporary situation when we are doing something in place of someone else. So at the moment, Janet is on holiday and I'm organizing all these activities. Okay, so that is an example. The next use is slow changes. The present continuous is used to describe current trends and slow changes that are taking place. The latest economy statistics from the European Central Bank show that both unemployment and inflation are falling in the Eurozone countries, and that the economy is growing at an annual rate of 2.6%. For information about how the present continuous is used to refer to the future. Okay, practice. Moment of speaking. Put the verbs in the brackets into the present continuous. See the example. Could I ring you back in a few minutes? I'm talking to someone on the other line. Could I ring you back in a few minutes? I'm talking to someone on the other line. Number 2, Jamila is upstairs with Alex and Roy. They are having a meeting about the product's website. What are you doing here? I thought he had gone to the airport. Oh, we've got less than 5 minutes. What are you doing here? I thought you had gone to the airport. Number 4, could you tell me, Mr. Gaspade, that Miss Lee is here? He's expecting me. Oh no, the printer is not working. I'll call the IT department. Number 6, this is a very bad line. Are you calling from your mobile? Number 7, I dash. I'm phoning to say that I'll be home late this evening. So this is the moment of speaking, guys. So what does moment of speaking means? Moment of speaking always clarifies or describes the continuous situation that is happening on that moment. That current projects. Okay. Remember, project and project. There are two amazing sounds. When it is, we are stressing on the first part, it becomes sound like projects. But if you stress in the second part, it becomes now a verb like projects. Hey, what are you projecting tonight? The current projects are as follows. So we have to match the sentence from A and B. China's Central Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation is planning a big increase in output. It's upgrading its manufacturing plants to produce state-of-the-art silicon. The Hotel Sorrento in Seattle is upgrading its rooms and facilities. Okay, let me see. It is developing new double-decker. It is converting its 154 rooms into 76 luxury suites for business travelers, each equipped with fax machines and data ports. So it is number 2. That's really pretty cool. Okay, so guys, we're going to finish the live stream in less than 2.5 minutes. All right, guys, thank you very much once again for joining me and watching it silently. Remember that whatever you learn from anyone, it doesn't matter whether it's a student or a teacher, apply it. We are humans. If you don't apply it, if you don't use it, we're going to forget in no time. So it's better when you join any classes or lessons, keep a notebook, write the notes or important information that might be helpful for you later, because sometimes our brain is so occupied with different things, we might forget. So it's better to write notes. And remember, once again, practice is the magic word. Okay? Practice gives you confidence. Practice makes you progress. Practice makes you motivated to learn more. And don't worry about the mistakes as long as you can learn from it. Remember, please, once again, every mistake should be a learning tool. Every mistake should be a positive thought. Every mistake should be your inner energy that will help you develop, you grow more. If you're at this stage, when you learn, definitely your stage will be going up. Learning curve should be going up. Remember that if it doesn't go, if you're stuck in the same point, which means that maybe your learning processes are not correct. In that case, either change the techniques or processes or get a new teacher who might be able to help you. Remember that learning from a competent and qualified teacher will help you gaining your success. Success doesn't come overnight. Your hard work doesn't give you the results in overnight. It will take time. By being consistent, enthusiastic, perseverance, with your hard work and efforts, you will be successful. Believe in yourself. Okay, guys, and it's going to finish soon. Thank you very much once again for joining my live stream. You guys are awesome and amazing. Join my other live streams later. Thank you very much. You take care and bye. I hope to see you in the future. All right. Cheerio.